Hey guys, I'm going to set up a single player game on Conan Exiles for YouTube purposes. You can choose one of these preset ones, but if you really want the experience you want, then you set it up in custom. Let's go through it. Irrelevant. I guess you can choose new maps later when modders get time enough to create new worlds, whatever. Looking forward to it actually. I have fond memories of Skyrim and the extra maps they made. Could be really good, could be crap. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Single players can damage player-owned structures. Well, sometimes you misclick, you have a weapon in your hand, bang, there goes your foundation, and you gotta spend like some time fixing it again. So it's no point having it on, because the purge will be able to damage your buildings anyway, and in single player, that's the only thing that can damage your buildings, except yourself. So this one doesn't matter. No ownership. This is nice. I mean, if you tire of your character, you want to create a new one, maybe change gender or change whatever, doesn't matter. If you have ownership on, then everything you have built will die. Basically, you can't, it will either despawn or you can't open the doors because you do not own it. If you have no ownership on, that means you can build a royal palace, get tired of your character, recreate character in the same game, and everything will still be there. Same goes for containers. If the containers ignore ownership, your second character can go in and just proceed from where your first one left off. Really nice. Sandstorm. Beautiful. Stand on top of some cliff or something, see that thing coming towards you. It's awesome every time. Clan size, single player, doesn't matter. Tethering distance. In a co-op game, does not matter. Nudity. Sadly, YouTube, none. But for you, partial, that's boobs. Full is, well, full. Go nuts. Voice chat, not relevant, and not relevant. This is set up mostly like the single player servers, no, the official multiplayer servers. Everything is so slow. So you want to beef up the XP rate a little bit. If you played this before, you don't want to go through all that hours of grinding again. Just pump it up a little bit. Let's say 3. And XP time multiplier, that's you get XP passively over time. This just makes it go faster. So bump it up to 3. Kill multiplier, that's for killing stuff. You get XP for that. You get XP for picking up stuff like rocks, stones, harvesting, chopping down trees, picking up iron, gold, whatever. And you get also XP for making stuff like iron bars, or chairs, or you name it. Moving on. Day cycle speed is normal. Daytime speed, normal. Nighttime speed, super fast. For me, I have to do it because YouTube videos at night kind of suck. If you want something authentic, just set everything to 1, you should be good. I set the dawn and dusk speed a little bit lower, just for, you know, the ambience. You can see the night coming, and the night is over in a few seconds, and then it's dawning again, and it's day. Catch-up time, make sure that this is on. It lets you start, and you get 10 minutes of daytime before the first dusk or night or whatever. 10 minutes, 25 minutes, or 1 minute. Survival, moving on. Stamina cost multiplier. 1 is the normal one. If you do this, you can jump once and then you're out of stamina. If you do this, you can jump forever. I take it to 1 because no point in messing with it. Active thirst and active hunger. Now this is kind of cheesy because you get thirstier way faster than you get hungry. It's just annoying. I'm gonna do this. Put it down to 8, so more or less the same speed, so you don't have to fill your water bag 20 times and still have a bunch of meat laying around. And this is just when you're standing around. If you want to, leave the keyboard or something and don't not die of thirst or hunger while you're gone, you can do this. And you come back to a living character. It's a good thing. Drop equipment on death. Now this is a big one, because if you do not have this, then it feels a lot like cheating. You can run up to the north, grab a bunch of gear, then just kill yourself and spawn back at your base in the desert or wherever and have all your stuff. It doesn't feel fair. So drop your equipment on death, otherwise you're just gonna later. Everybody can loot corpse? Yeah, sure. And this doesn't matter. This is troll corruption time. That's when you have dancers after you've been to like the evil city or something. You get corruption, which reduces your overall stamina and health. And the dancers remove it. And it's fast anyway, so it doesn't matter. Just leave it there. If you want to gain corruption slower, you do this. Now it's off. Now it's slow. Now you're down to basically no health and no stamina in a little bit of time. So let's do it like they want it, have it there. Combat. This is how much damage you do. This is how much damage you take. This is how much damage the NPCs does. How much damage they take. How fast they respawn. How much damage you do to your slaves or thralls or whatever, or they do to each other if they accidentally hit each other. Not cool. I'm just going to nudge this down to 0.1 because you do not want your slaves to accidentally kill each other if you have like two-handed swords or someone's in the way of their arrows or whatever. Building damage multiplier. That's the same. The purge will fuck up your buildings if they get too close, so scatter your guards out. I'll show you later. Durability multiplier. That's how fast or slow your weapons will break. Basically, if you make a stone sword and you chop down like 5 guys, it's gonna break already. That's just annoying. So I'm reducing it to 0.2. That's good for me. Thrall wake up time. I do not know what the official one is, but I set it here somewhere in the middle just for basically reasonable. It's seconds, I think. So the minimum is 960 seconds and then a minute, 10. So that's 15 minutes to wake up. That's actually quite reasonable. Jesus. Yeah, let's do 1000. Come on. There you go. Excusez-moi. Like so. Come on! Let's do 1011. That sounds good. Avatar lifetime. Yeah, avatars are the big gods, by the way. There's 5 of them. Used to destroy other people's bases mostly, but if you want to have fun around it, don't disable it. Just for checking it out and stuff. Nobody's going to use it against you, so... Auto-facing on attack. I am assuming that is some Xbox or stuff. Target lock. What's that? Show me the thumbnail. Can't even deselect it. Gamepad. Yeah, okay, no, screw that. Okay, harvesting. Spoil rate is how fast your food will rot and other stuff decompose. Harvest multiplier means how much stuff you get. Basically, you pick up a stone, you get 1 stone. You hit a stone with a stone pickaxe, you get 4 stone. And then iron pickaxe is 5 stone, etc, etc. However, if you pump this up to 3, every time you go a tier higher in tools, you get more stuff multiplied. So a stone tool is x1, iron tool x2. So stone tool will get you 3 extra stones, an iron tool will get you 6 extra stones, a steel tool will get you 9 extra stones, etc, etc. Resource respawn speed multiplier. This is how fast, for instance, an iron node will spawn back after you've emptied it. So if you want to like be forced to continually spread out to search for more and more supplies, you do this. And if you just want to find a nice spot with some nice ores around and just don't want to move too much to harvest, you do this. I prefer this. It's a good respawn rate for me. Land claim radius doesn't really matter, but pump it down to this, you get less problems with building close to NPCs and whatnot. Crafting. Crafting time multiplier, how fast things are crafted. The lower it is, the faster it crafts. The longer it is, the longer it takes. Pretty much it. And thralls craft faster, but you can also multiply the speed at which their faster speed goes. Fuel burn time multiplier. I like to increase this a bit, because having 6 ovens burning coal to melt iron and whatnot, it gets really tiresome just running out and getting more coal all the time. It's not difficult, it's just a time sink, so pumping that up to max and leaving it alone. Abandonment. Don't want abandonment in a single player game, so disable. Chat, irrelevant. Purge. Now this is interesting. Purge level determines how difficult it is. Setting it to 6 gives you the max challenge. I've played a bit, so this is good for me, but if you want to go lower, you get less NPCs attacking or spawning, so it's easier to defend. But then again, you get less potential slaves. I like to equip my soldiers with batons, which can basically knock people unconscious, and then you just pick them up, put them in a wheel, you get more slaves. Yay! Max out. Purges per day, that's just, yeah. Read. Let me know. Restrict purge time? No. Purge preparation time. That you get a notification. XXX is going to attack there and there in how many minutes? 5 or 28, 30 minutes. How much time do you feel you're going to need to prepare for an attack? So I chalk it down to 5 minutes, so I have time to get back from wherever the world I am. And this is how long it lasts. Basically, a purge on level 6 spawns like 10 enemies. And after you kill them, you get a message that they are regrouping. And after a few minutes, they come again and again and again, forever. Or up to 60 minutes, which would be boring as hell. So set it down to 15. It's manageable. Minimum number of players. Actually, I had some problems getting the purge to work in the start, but after I put this to 0, it works. This allows you to build during the purge. Now that's pretty much basically up to you, but I like to have it on. And these two settings determine how fast your purges will happen. Like, I think this right here, the 25,000, is how many singular things you can do that increases the purge meter. Like, You melt 1 iron bar, that's 1 here. You chop down a tree with like, you get 14 wood, I think that's 14 here. I'm not sure, but I experimented for quite a while and this works for me. Pet and hunger. Well, that's a role-playing thing. If you want your pets and thralls to be hungry, you have to feed them, set up a supply line of food containers and blah 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 blah. Then work with this, do whatever you want. I do not want it. End of story. Alright, end of movie. Next, character creation. Thank you very much.